welcome to another episode of The Blank Canvas. My dramatic DJ on set. We'll try and figure out how to make that work later. If you're new to this series, this is a project by Plinko Solutions focused on bridging accessibility around AI and no-code automation. Today, as per yesterday, I'm going to be laying the pavement for a good research project specifically focused on scraping YouTube to hit a few birds with the same stone. The first bird, being this, doing the YouTube thing, right? The second piece is also understanding what kind of conversations are happening, especially around AI and automation, with emerging tech and emerging quote-unquote trends. So just to bring you into it, today I'm working with one monitor, so you'll have to be a bit graceful with me. So there's a few different approaches, but just to kind of reiterate from before, I want to bring you guys back onto the scraping series. So over here, you'll notice I have two different distinct approaches. One being, if I know who my end person is, being able to go and reach them, I would have to go kind of field the existing conversations, existing discourse. The other alternative is if I do know the person I want to reach out, I'm reverse engineering that, personalizing, seeing what they're talking about, and seeing what conversations they're taking place in. For today, there's a few different approaches, but today's main purpose is to kind of showcase the two different ones. Tomorrow, I'll actually be building it live and putting it into production. And then Wednesday is a 2-hour episode with a citizen developer with the champ, Julian Reeves, breaking down pretty much how we're using it in real time. So to kind of go over it, the two different processes that we have, processes. First one being Airtop.ai. Airtop is a browser agent that allows you to basically simulate a human going through the web, clicking, pulling, copying, all that fun jazz. One of the greatest things about it is it has a few different pieces. One is their free plan is quite generous with 5,000 credits, so I'll make a fresh account, kind of show you guys that. The other piece is they have built-in templates that are actually really useful, specifically for what we're doing. So I'll show you guys here. You can either pull the individual videos, there's a playlist, or the exact channel. I think for our sake and purposes, we're going to be pulling for the channel, so I'll be building this one live on make.com. The alternative to this, if you're more familiar with Appify, covered this in a recent video as well. It's pretty much a marketplace for you to go and call it like rent out or like pay for the usage on existing scripts and hardware external to yourself. So for this one, for YouTube, a bit of an authentication process as well. You see, there's a few different pieces from this, from what I've understood. It's expensive, right? I want to say expensive. It's all relative, right? Because it depends on what you're doing over time. The route we're going with is the most cost-effective, I would say. But this one does have an advantage. It's faster to set up. It's like 3 modules on make.com where you're just basically wiring and stitching it all together. So it's pretty straightforward and pretty clean to use. I'll make a note to this, but for our sake and purposes, I'm going to be making use of Airtop. I will say as well, I'm an affiliate with Airtop and Appify, so the bias goes in other directions. But what's really cool about this is you get to actually benchmark and do a real competitor analysis, which is really what we're looking for. So wiring this together is going to be really fun to do. And one note I wanted to make as well, so a bit of a tangent, with Blank Canvas, part of the project as well is showcasing these different pillars. So for today, I'm really just paving the way for kind of a combination between the growth ops and the playbooks. But later this week, I'll be talking a lot about community wins and kind of putting this into place. And having the scraper in place also helps me do the news and hot take stuff, with a bit more informed input, I would say. And to kind of give a bit of an idea too with the personal brand here, personal narrative, if that's a thing to kind of point. I've been working on some really cool projects. Today, specifically, I am in the final stages of a voice agent project. So here's a quick little preview of what it looks like. It starts off with a little intake form, right? Shout out to Shabir Noir, one of the amazing automation specialists who I'll give many shout outs to. Helped pretty much call it vibe code, this little intake form here, right? This used to just be a tally form, but we made it into a full-blown thing. And what this allows you to do, showing you here, is you can feed in a campaign list. And given it fits all the parameters, it will go ahead and it will activate a outbound prototype. So what happens here is it goes through the webhook, loads up a lead list, splits it out into bundles, runs a lot of JavaScript to kind of clean it up, preps the payload, runs it through a language model that will then call upon the VAPI API. And then, again, I'll go over this in more detail once it's in full production, but goes ahead, makes that call, writes it into the sheet. And yeah, from there too, I should also mention, as you see, automatically calls you, reaches out. We're gonna put that down. And then yeah, it's meant to kind of reactivate a campaign. I'm really looking at ways to do this meaningfully and kind of make it happen in a way that is accurate and clean. As you see, there's still some parts of it that need to be cleaned up, but it's on the way. So stay tuned to this very early prototype. Yeah, a lot more to share on that. So bring it back to the camera. That's blank canvas for today. Really rapid fire, really quick. Really excited tomorrow. I'll be building this live and yeah, showcasing it in action. Cheers. See you guys soon. And yeah, showcasing it in action. So until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow.